You are live with Third Down with Morgan and Holder. I am Morgan. Tonight, our
I'm Holder.
speaking of Holder, everybody wish Holder a happy birthday. All the listeners, subscribers, wish Holder a 50th, 8th happy birthday.
Really, 50th, 8th, happy birthday.
Yeah, Holder, that's right.
You can't just say birthday. You got to throw the 58 in.
You know, I gotta make sure my listeners know that you're, old as a dinosaur.
You got to say 58. 58 for feeling 28.
Oh man, Holder. I want to give a shout out to First Take, PTI, and Undisputed.
What? No. The real guys are the pivot. Speak for yourself and get it up. Those are the real
Yeah,
guys.
those are jokes, man. Those are jokes.
Oh my goodness. Don't diss. Okay, I didn't diss your guys. I just,
Oh man, Holder. We got a big topic here tonight, man. This Tua injury, man. What Tua? What transpired? Like, what happened? Like, what do you think? What do you think that they could have done wrong or right instead of going the wrong direction? Like, I know how I feel, but how do you feel about this?
Well, I don't feel anything because it's Tua. But
I know you don't. Okay, so let me stop you for a second. I know you don't have nothing against Tua, but it's Dolphins.
Unfortunately, it happened to him. It could have happened to anybody, but unfortunately, it happened to him. And I don't know why the Miami Dolphins organization said he had a back injury. I mean, you could see the video plain as day.
Plain as day, yeah.
You know that this guy had a head injury and just couldn't stand up. He was dizzy. He fell to his knees. They had to hold him up. That's not a back injury.
No, I mean,
and he didn't reach for his back.
And this doctor, the one that got fired, how can you be a doctor and diagnose somebody with something else, knowing that what they actually have? I mean, what if he went out there and got killed against the Bengals because of him having a concussion prior to that game? I mean, that's serious.
I don't think he diagnosed the back. I think they just wanted him to play because they were 3-0.
Oh, understand that.
They didn't want to take the risk. Honestly, I would blame the coach too. The coach.
I
wouldn't put anybody in harm's way. But clearly,
that's bull because
and you see your player drop to his knees when he first gets up, he's shaking his head, trying to clear out the cobwebs.
Not just that, but you got to think. So when he played against Cincinnati, the coach said he called out for him before he hit the ground. Like if you know that, then you know what's going to happen. You already know he has a concussion. Plain and simple. Like the concussion, that's something that's serious. CTE is nothing to play with, and Tua is going to have that before he's 30 or 40 because of what's going on with Miami. I'm gonna read this comment real quick from a guy that I play online video games with. He watches this, and I'm gonna tell you what he had to say about it. He's a real good guy. I don't know him that long, but and he didn't like the idea about Tua playing either. So and this is what he said. He said that the hit that gave Tua that concussion last Sunday was actually clean. He just ended up falling backwards. His back and shoulders came down first, which I agree. I can't knock that. I agree with that. Then he said his head whipped back and slammed into the turf. So that being said, if that happened, they should look at his head. His back had nothing to do with it. It was his head. And then he said Thursday night, as a result of them letting him play just 4 days later, not sure how the first concussion was missed by two independent doctors done between Monday and Thursday afternoon. So that was done between Monday and Thursday afternoon. They couldn't find out like he had a concussion. That should say something about these doctors. Like money talks.
It's not just the doctor. Okay, he was concussed Sunday.
Oh, definitely against the Bills he was.
He was concussed Sunday. They knew he was concussed, and they just lied and said it was a back injury. And what kills me the most is Tua.
He agreed with it.
He knew he was concussed, but he'd rather put his life on the line to go out and play. And, like I said, we all knew. I thought it was a back injury because of what was said Thursday night. When I saw the video, I was like, no, because I said you were wrong, but they were saying, I was repeating what they were saying on the air.
Oh, definitely.
Because a back injury, but
because I remember me and you going back and forth.
Coach, you can see that guy's concussed.
Exactly. I know. Prior to
organization needs to.
They should definitely get fined or fired or something. So like I said, I remember me and you had a conversation Thursday night when that happened. And I was like, he was in concussion protocol. And he was like, no, it was his back. And I was like, no, I promise you. And then it finally came out, and he was like, oh, okay, because like you said, you didn't watch that game between the Dolphins and the Bills. But
I watched it, but I didn't see it up to that part.
And I'm blown away. Like I really feel like Tua should have stepped away for the rest of the year. Get his mind right, because being concussed twice within a week time frame, it's going to take a toll on somebody. Like what would the Dolphins would have done if he would have died on that football field?
They would have put in the back.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, that's what they did, but
that's what they would have done.
But I mean,
and you know what?
But they would have blamed everybody but themselves. The team doctor, even the team doctor and the coach, let him go back out there Sunday when they play against the Bills, knowing that hey, he was wobbly. It's like, and I know there's two different sports. It's like being in a boxing, right? You're getting hit so many times in the head. You're on wobble legs. It's up to the ref to stop that fight if he knows you can't continue. The coach and the team doctor should have did that. They should have said, hey, hold on. You're almost KO'd. You can't go out there. Instead of letting this man go out there and put his life on the line just for a game. It's a game. I love the sport, but it's just a game. Like, I don't want someone's life to be on the line just, to go out there and play football to entertain me.
Well, there was a neuroscientist that spoke on it, and he said that if Tua has another concussion this year, it might kill him. Or
is that the same doctor you told me about? I want to say it was like Christopher Nowinski or something like that from Harvard. Yeah. And this guy's usually on point. I've been watching some of the studies. He's usually on point. And if I was Tua, I would, like I said, I'll take time back, step away. You have a mother and father, you have a brother. You know what I mean? Like you're someone's brother and son. Like, take that time, step back, evaluate yourself. Don't put yourself in harm's way. And
well,
I can't stress it enough, man. Like I'm not a big Dolphin fan, but Tua, he shouldn't go out there and put himself in harm's way like that. Like, again, I know football, you can get hurt, but if you can stop yourself from getting hurt, stop yourself from getting hurt. Don't go out there and get yourself killed.
Was this contract year?
No. I think I want to. I gotta look. I'm gonna look before I say anything. But I'll let you know next show. But I think next year will be, because I think he came out the same year as Baker Mayfield. But I could be wrong. If I'm not mistaken, I think it might be his contract year. Actually, no. Hold on. No,
that's what they were.
No,
they were saying if he's trying to get $100 million to.
You know what? I don't got time. I don't got time to look for next show, because I'm pretty sure our listeners and subscribers want to know right now. So I'm gonna look right now to see if this is his contract here. But I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong.
I'm pretty sure
it is his contract year. This is because this is his So yeah.
So that could be the big push. Why he wants to come back again? A game.
I mean,
but
it's different from when you watch, because like you're a little older than me, right? So it's not the same from when you watched to now. You know what I mean? Like you've seen those hits. You've seen people can get concussed and come back and play. like well now they got new, they got technology and stuff like that to diagnose people with concussions. So you already know the ins and outs of hey, this is serious.
Just as much as I do. You've seen the people that's affected. Junior Seau.
Oh God, man, one of the best.
In the game.
One of the best.
Right. Committed suicide.
Definitely.
Mike Webster, great Steelers center from back in the day. It was so bad for him that he was super gluing his teeth back into his gum.
Right.
I mean, he was just so messed up in his head. I mean, and God bless him, but that's what happened. Now this was before all this technology came about. But I don't care what they do to helmets. It's not going to stop the brain.
Oh, definitely not. Because I'm not a doctor, but I know the brain moves. You know what I mean? Like we have nothing to hold the brain because the brain hits the skull, hits our skull, right? Boom. So it moves. And I'm not a doctor, but I know that's how it works. So, and I could be wrong. So.
What's all the noise? What is it?
That's me moving. That's
playing football.
No, I was moving this phone next to the microphone. So I think we should move on to. I mean, I can talk about Tua all the time. You know what I mean? I can talk Tua about all the time. But because this is serious. But I think our viewers and listeners want us to move on to the best thing of what happened after Tua's injury, and that's Cincinnati shocking the Dolphins, giving the Dolphins their first loss. So
it was. I think I picked Cincinnati. I believe I picked Cincinnati.
You did, and I took the Dolphins. I didn't think at all that Tua was going to get hurt, and that's why I took the Dolphins. So, I mean,
I picked it because I didn't think Tua was going to get hurt either. But even with Tua playing, they would have lost.
I don't know. I mean, look. For example, with this, right? So, yes, Bridgewater didn't do too bad, right? The score was kind of lopsided, 27-15. But I think on the good note is that Tua.
Dirty Water. What was his name?
Bridgewater. You say Dirty Water? I think
he is terrible. How many teams does he play with?
Man, I want to say five teams. He's been in the league for 9 seasons, but I mean he's not the same. It's not the same as when he played for the Vikings. It's not the same when he played for U of L.
Do you want him back in Minnesota?
I'm gonna say this nicely, and kids cover your ears. Hell no.
Yeah, you know what? That's what I'm saying. So don't give him props.
I'm not giving him props. I'm just saying. What I'm saying is, if Tua was in, I think Dolphins would have won. I mean, because you got to look at this, right? So the stat. I mean, Hill goes 160 yards, 14 targets with no touchdowns. But if Tua was in, he would have got a couple touchdowns. And I'm not just saying that. Tua has a better eye than Bridgewater does of finding targets, getting people in the end zone. And, I mean, 160 yards with no touchdown? I mean, I don't know.
I'm just saying.
I don't know. I mean, Hill was burning that defense. But Hill was burning that defense.
He wasn't burning.
160 yards
underneath.
That doesn't matter.
Underneath route.
Doesn't matter. He got 160 yards.
Yeah, one deep pass. Oh, that wasn't even him.
No, that wasn't him.
Water that had the deep pass.
And that was luck. I don't know how that didn't get an interception. I don't. I mean, and Bridgewater went 14 for 23, which is not great, but not good. And he only had 193 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. I mean, come on, seriously. But Joe Burrow is one of the quarterbacks I can say he's progressing. I mean, I get it. He tore his ACL his rookie year. Last year was phenomenal, but I think it was a fluke. Look at this year. The team hasn't really done anything besides win 2 games at 2-2, right? But
why do you even want to bring it up?
I'm just saying. 'Cause I like stats. I like stats. No. How he went 20? Okay. Maybe you're right. Maybe the 20 out of 31 was terrible, but he had no interceptions against this amazing defense that people think Miami has.
Okay. How many teams he played for? How many teams has he started for? How many of those starting positions had he
I'm talking about Joe Burrow. What are you talking about? I'm talking about Joe Burrow.
I'm talking about.
Oh, you talking about Bridgewater? Bridgewater hasn't done nothing in the NFL. He hasn't done nothing. I don't like Bridgewater.
Now let's move on.
I don't like Bridgewater.
Now let's move on. I just wanted to clarify that because
you're such. I was giving Joe Burrow props. I was giving Joe Burrow props. The Atlanta, I can't believe this. This is like one of the biggest upsets of one of them from last week, right? Atlanta shocks the Browns. Like, oh man, I can't believe that Marcus went and beat the Browns. I mean, he was terrible, but he beat the Browns.
And Atlanta, an NFL team.
They are an NFL team. I mean, but they play like a high school team.
We both picked the Browns.
Yes, we did.
This happens. It happens. It's just a freak of football nature.
But the Falcons?
When these major upsets take place, come on. What was it? Jacksonville got us in the playoffs last year.
Oh God!
They beat the Colts.
And
it was supposed to happen.
No one thought that was going to happen. I didn't think it was going to happen, but they did. They did. Oh man!
There are teams.
But Brissett had a pretty good game. I can't knock him down. I mean, no touchdowns, but he did have one INT. But Nick Chubb's like, oh my God. I think he's going to be like one of the best running backs of my era. Like 118 yards.
That's right. He's probably second, if not first.
I mean, I think he's better than Henry. I do. And the reason why I say that's because Derrick Henry's never healthy anymore. He's never healthy.
If you watch the way Nick Chubb carries the ball, he kind of reminds me of
Barry Sanders almost?
Barber.
Oh, yeah, Barber. Yeah, definitely. Okay. I'll give you that.
He tucks it high. And his legs are a lot stronger than Barber, but he is, once he gets going, he's going. I mean, you got to give him props, and you got to give his offensive line props.
But you know, the offensive line, the offensive line isn't as good as I expect it to be, but it's good. I don't know what they did.
The run, it's not good protecting the quarterback, but their run offense is pretty good. I
mean, the Bengals might want to check that out. The Bengals might need that protection to help out Joe Burrow. I don't know. Man, what about this game? The 49ers. I mean, they went and beat the Rams. They went. I'm not gonna say beat them. They went through the Rams like a hurricane. Like that, I can't believe that. Because I sit here and I talked about Jimmy G last week, how he should have beat the Denver Broncos. But this week, he comes and he beats the defending Super Bowl champs. And not just he didn't just beat them, he destroyed them. 24-9. 16 for 27, which is not good, but it's not terrible. 239 yards with one touchdown. Like I have to give Jimmy G his props. Like you came out and you showed. So
are you serious?
I am serious. Like I put Jimmy G down last week, and I think he might have heard me. I don't know. Just saying. He went out there and did really good against the Rams. I mean,
the Rams. Where's my pick sheet? Did I pick San Francisco?
Last week I want to say no. You picked the 49ers to win.
Yeah, exactly.
So I
picked the 49ers to beat the Rams, right?
Yep, you beat me. You beat me this week. I lost 8 games. You only lost, I think, 5, maybe 5. I lost 8, but you lost 5. So
you don't even want to know why I picked San Francisco.
I don't want to know because I honestly really thought the Rams were going to smoke the 49ers. But I was wrong. Oh, was I wrong? Man.
You were terribly wrong. But you know what? We won't discuss that. Let's just move to the next.
What about the Jets? How they flew past the Pittsburgh Steelers? What about that? 24-20. I know what you're going to say, Holder.
That's a loss. That's a loss that I'm happy to accept
because your
Pickett got in the game.
Hometown hero.
0 interceptions.
He threw 3 interceptions.
No.
Yes.
He threw 0 interceptions.
Who Pickett threw 3?
Didn't catch the ball.
No, but hold on, time out. But he threw stat rise. He threw 3 interceptions.
He threw was a Hail Mary, which doesn't really count.
But stat rise, he has 3 interceptions on his career already. Just saying.
He threw it past the Iron Hands Claypool.
That one and I told you about that one. If Claypool should have pulled that in.
And the defender was 5'8", 5'9".
Not just that, but if you watch the video. Okay, jokingly, I do joke on Kenny Pickett. You know this. Stat-wise, he does have 3 interceptions. But that one, the first one, it was on Clay Chasepool. And I told you, he should have pulled that ball in. It looked like he touched the ball and he turned his back. I don't know what he was doing. It hit your hands.
He's not high pointing the ball, period. And if you look at the Hail Mary, he's misjudging the ball. He's laying backwards to reach up instead of staying on his feet and going deep into the end zone. And he just they need to trade him. I think they need to trade him.
But okay, so who do you think will go? Who do you think will pick him up? I mean, is there a team out there that you can think of that would need him?
Somebody will get him. He's got some value.
I mean, he was good as a rookie. He was good as a rookie. He was terrific as a rookie. But I don't know what's going on. And we
just inconsistent.
And we talked about this. We talked about Trubisky, and you said it too. You said he was going to be benched by week 5. And he was. He is benched by week 5, and you called it.
Kenny Pickett came in and scored.
He scored 2 rushing touchdowns. Not 1, but 2.
2 touchdowns.
2.
In a half.
And he got the team down. He got the team up by 10. Trubisky couldn't do that. He's a vet. You let a rookie quarterback come in and do that.
Lost that game. Kenny Pickett didn't lose that game.
I think, definitely defense did because, and here again, and I can't bark about this enough. I'm not a Pittsburgh fan, and you know this. If Watt was out there, I think that defense would have destroyed the Jets. I can't say it enough. Watt brings in a high energy, one-win mentality. I don't know. I don't know what's going on over there in Pittsburgh with that defense because I really thought it was going to be one of the best defense. I mean,
clearly injury.
But
now there's more.
Oh yeah, there's more
injury.
But and that's the that's when you get rookies, and I get it. Everybody got rookies, right? I mean, but the vets step up, unlike certain people in Tennessee who didn't want to help out their rookie quarterback. But when you're a veteran, you should help out your youngsters. Show them hey, I want to give you this role. I want to help you out because when I'm retired, I want you to step up. You might be big shoes to fill, but I want to help you out because I want to show you the ropes, right? Not saying, it's not my place. I shouldn't have to do it. It is your place. And I think that's what Pittsburgh should do. I think Pittsburgh should show them young guys, hey, if I get hurt, if I retire, you're going to come here and do what I'm doing, if not better.
That's what they do. Pittsburgh plays like that. They just.
I haven't seen it this year.
They don't have what other players have. I mean, you look at Aaron Donald. I mean, who can he mentor that can play up to his caliber?
I get that, but you need. I mean, you have Miles Jack over there, right? You have all these good defensive players who's been to the playoffs, who want who's hungry for a ring, but hasn't done squat since Watt's been out. Watt's the only one I like on that defense besides Fitzpatrick. That's the 2 I like. Fitzpatrick is he's ready to play. He's ready to win. He's everywhere. He's a ball hawk.
Yeah. Cam Hayward? You don't think Cam Hayward is going to the Hall of Fame?
He's going to go, but where has he got this year? He hasn't done. He hasn't stepped up to tell them, hey, look, Watt is out. We need our defense to step up. If that was the case, they would have beat.
Cam is doing that. You can't play for other players.
That might be true. That might be true. But the Jets of all teams,
Devin Bush is so mentally destroyed by his ACL.
Oh God,
he's not half the linebacker he was.
No, and I get it, but again, y'all was up by 10. To lose by 4, that is something that would.
Really,
go ahead.
There were so many gaps in the center of that defense, and everybody knows when you throw to the center of the field in a zone, you're going to pick that zone apart.
True.
Regardless.
So let me ask you a question.
As a defense, you need to make an adjustment if they're picking you apart in the middle of your zone.
So let me ask you a question.
It's plain and simple.
Would you blame your defensive coordinator for that, or do you blame the players of prom for not helping each other out, not talking on the field like?
This door could swing both ways. Communication. We've been having communication breakdown. You know, it could be poor. All I know is when Dick LeBeau was the defensive coordinator, we still had some problems, but not as big as these guys are having right now.
So, okay, do you think Flores should be your defensive coach next year? I think he's a great defensive.
I think Flores should be the head coach next year. If Tomlin decides to step down,
I think Tomlin has a couple more years left. I think Tomlin likes doing what he's doing. He's still fairly young, but yeah, Flores definitely should be head coach. But I like Flores. He's a good defensive coach. I mean, he's a good defensive coach. Great. And I'm glad y'all picked him up. I'm glad you guys got him to help out with the backs, the linebackers. He's very, very knowledgeable. So let me ask you this question.
Go ahead.
While we're on Pitt, do you think right now? Do you think this team is a playoff contender, or do you think they're just going to miss the playoffs by a little bit?
I always think my team is a playoff contender. How dare you?
Hey, I just wanted to ask.
I always think my team, even if we need help to get in, we're in. I just think that right now, people don't know enough about Kenny Pickett.
Hey.
Defenses don't know a lot about Kenny Pickett. They've got half of a game, a taste of it. But they're playing the Jets.
But hold on.
I get it.
Yeah, the Jets. But listen, I'm gonna stop you right there for a second. Remember, the Chargers quarterback. We thought people was gonna get tape on him, and he's still destroying defense. I think Pickett is right there. I think Pickett's gonna do the same thing. I think he's gonna come in and he's gonna take the league by storm. I hate to say that because I don't like Pittsburgh, but I like Kenny Pickett right now.
He plays with confidence.
Oh,
and
definitely.
He's not a rookie quarterback that's going to come in afraid to play football. I mean, look at this guy's history at Pitt. He's played over 500 games? Was it 500 games they said?
Something like that. No. It wasn't 5. It was. I think it was close to 4. It wasn't a 4. It was like close to 4s.
He's played so many games. He's seen so many defenses. Granted, NFL is a lot faster. But every time Pickett comes in the game, he wows.
Oh, definitely, and I get it. I have not seen a rookie quarterback win the MVP in my era, but I think if he would have played longer, like if he would have started longer, I think he was going to win. I think he would have won MVP this year.
I think he still can.
None
of the other rookie quarterbacks are doing anything. This is his chance to get in. If he beats Buffalo, he's going to wake the NFL up.
Oh, definitely. And can you think about this, right? I know Pro Bowl is different, but if he gets selected to be a Pro Bowl as a quarterback this year, I hands down, I will be happy. I'll be happy because
play flag football.
Hey, look, it doesn't even matter. He's not gonna get hurt, so it's a good thing for you. Like I wish we would have got Pickett last year in the NFL draft. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wish we got him.
What do you mean? You said quote unquote he's overrated.
That is old news. That is his hands is small.
Idiots.
I mean, if a player's not playing for my team, I'm not gonna like you. If you're not playing for Minnesota, I'm not gonna like you. But if you're playing for Minnesota, I'm gonna love you.
It's funny how these analysts and all these professional guys and can say this and that, and then when a team wins that shouldn't win, they don't apologize.
No, they don't.
They just say, yeah, you know what? Yeah, that such and such gave that game away, or they don't give the other team credit.
You know what?
The team that lost.
You know what really surprised me is that the 3 interceptions, he went 10 for 13. And that is phenomenal to come in and play.
Oh,
I get it was the Jets. I get
game that you don't even game plan for, but he's been studying.
And I get it. It's the Jets. I get it. But he came in there like he was in there before, and he put on a good show to be quarterback number one. He took that show. I mean,
Zach Wilson looked pretty good himself. That was just a flash.
What?
We'll see how the next game goes.
You say Wilson went 18 for 36 with 2 interceptions. He didn't look good.
Did Wilson win the game?
His defense won that game. His defense won that game. Wilson didn't win that game.
His defense won the game. Pickett put up 14 points.
They
were ahead by 10.
Pickett threw those 3 interceptions. This is what happened.
Pickett threw those interceptions off the hands of receivers, not straight to.
Doesn't matter. His defense is right there.
The only one that caught a pass was to him. You're just like everybody else. You don't look at it for what it is.
Nope. Wilson didn't win the game.
You look at it as what's going in the book.
And if I want to be honest, Mitch Trubisky lost that game. If I want to be honest.
Mitch Trubisky lost all our games. We should have lost against Cincinnati because we had 5 turnovers and still barely won by 3.
But hey, a win's a win. That's true.
Turnovers.
That is
we
true.
We should have had at least 14 extra points on 5 turnovers.
So let me ask you this question: do you think if Pick and I'm just throwing it out here? I know we had this discussion, but I want the listeners and our subscribers to listen. To hear this. If Pittsburgh wins the Super Bowl this year, next year, how are you feeling about Mr. Trubisky getting that ring and he don't deserve it?
I don't want us to win any Super Bowls as long as Mr. Trubisky is on the roster. I don't want him to have nothing for free. He is terrible. He should be Baker Mayfield's backup, and Baker Mayfield sucks.
I don't like neither one. I don't know how Baker Mayfield is even in the league still because the way he talks about the fans in Carolina. So he don't need them.
Let's talk about that when we get to that game.
Oh well,
let's move on to the
that was an upset. That was an upset. How about them Purple Eaters beating them Saints?
Purple Eaters.
Yeah, man, the Vikings. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's my joke. Okay, it's my joke. I can say how I want to do it, right?
They barely won.
It doesn't matter. Win's a win. Win's a win.
They barely squeaked by Detroit.
It doesn't.
And they
what is Pittsburgh record right now? What is the Steelers record? What is the Steelers record?
Against a talentless team.
It doesn't matter. A win's a win. Win is a win.
Winning ugly is a part of the game, but when you evaluate the last 2 games Minnesota has played,
our defense came to play those 2 games.
No way that both of those games you should have been sitting on the edge of your seat.
The Saints I wasn't. The Saints I was not, because let me tell you why. When we came down here and scored, I already knew the Saints need to score to win. Now, what made me confused was when that kick. How in the hell, when it kicked, almost went in twice? I was confused about that. I was like, how's that possible? How can a kicker? And I know the Saints was like, oh, I know they wanted to cry. Like, that should have went in. That was what, I think 60-plus yards? Maybe 60 even, but almost went in twice.
You would have lost.
If we went to overtime, no, our defense came to play. Even though we lost one of our top notches and Kane, our defense came to play that game. Our defense came to play. I mean,
defense.
Jefferson had 147. I mean, Cousins did terrible.
Close. That game shouldn't have been that close
Look,
if your defense came.
Our defense helped win. They helped us and we won. That's all that matters. I mean, Cousins was terrible. And I don't like Cousins right now, and I'm a Vikings fan. I wish someone would take him off of Minnesota's roster, please. Come and trade. Get him. Want him. Please.
No, you need him. You need him.
No. I mean,
unfortunately, you need him.
Yeah, we kind of do. But Houston Texans, come and get him, please, off of Minnesota's roster. I mean, but Jefferson.
Get to replace him.
It doesn't. At this point, we can lose every game. As long as Cousins is gone, I don't care. Shoot.
You can have Mitch Trubisky.
No. Negative.
Mason Rudolph.
I would rather have him over Mitch Trubisky. No. Hell, honestly, I want the young man from Ohio State, Stroud. I want him. I mean, even though I think Minnesota ain't going to draft him because I think they're going to have, like maybe 20th or so pick. But I want to see the Ohio State quarterback in purple and gold next year. I think he's good. He's really good.
Well, good luck.
But I mean, and Cook had no touchdowns with 76 yards. I'm baffled about that. Like I don't like that, Cook. I don't like. But Jefferson, I mean, 147 yards with a rushing touchdown. I'm not okay with that because having over 100.
Him bottled up early in the game.
But having over 100 yards, you should have at least one touchdown. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean,
and
I don't think.
And the red rifle.
I think receivers they like to have the touchdowns on the stat sheet, but I think they're more about being the leading receiver.
That's true. I mean, I'm happy that he came alive because the last two games he was shut down. Philadelphia shut him down. The Lions shut him down. He was not even remotely thought about. But this game, he came alive. I hope he stays like this, but I need touchdowns. I need some touchdowns.
Okay, I need touchdowns.
Hey, look, I need some touchdowns. I mean, Andy Dalton didn't do too bad. I mean, 20 for 28. I expected him to do terrible. We sacked him twice.
I was surprised, but he rocked your guy. I mean, he was.
And I hate to say this, I think the Saints should start him over Jameson Winston. I think they should start him.
You hate to say that?
I do. Because I don't like Andy Dalton. I don't like him.
I don't like Andy Dalton. I don't like Jameis Winston. I like Hill, but I think Andy Dalton is a better choice.
Oh, definitely. Definitely he's a better choice. I mean,
over Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston, he's never impressed me, with the exception of college.
Yeah. College was good.
Bay, I mean, that was his show. That was his team.
And he has the same team that's older right now almost. Mike Evans. You have a good receiving. The defense was pretty good. The coaching, not so much. Because I'll leave that alone. But you had a good team. And you couldn't do anything with them. That bothers me a little bit there.
Bothers everybody. I mean, he was king interception in Tampa.
Oh, definitely. And he's gonna be a bust. Just like Baker Mayfield's a bust. He's a bust. He is a bust. I don't know.
Yeah, we got quite a bit of busts in the league right now.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. And that's what's crazy.
But it's easy to sit back on the couch and say, because we're not out there.
That's true. That is true. But look at other quarterbacks that's doing really good. That's been in the league less than Jameson Winston. Like Patrick Mahomes, for example. Look what he's doing. Super Bowl. Won Super Bowl and lost, but he won the Super Bowl. Even though Andy Reid's a lot better coach.
You know what? Let's go. How much time do we have left? Let's go.
We got plenty of times. Our week 5 picks are in.
Oh my God, we're going picks. So we're done with upset.
Yeah.
We're done with Baker Mayfield.
Done with Baker's crybaby self. Done with him.
Well, I think we should talk about this because he's not feeling the fans.
But and you know what?
Mad about the fans.
And you know what? The fans has a lot to say. And why I say that because I'm a fan, right? And if I want a certain player to play good, I'm gonna say something about it, right? Especially if I'm in the stands. Like I'm not gonna say nothing negative, but get him out of there. I'm just gonna say get him out of the game. And that's not being negative.
The problem is Baker fails to realize either that or he's just oblivious to where his jersey sales come from, right?
But no other team wanted him besides the Carolina Panthers. No other team wanted him.
I know, but I'm sure Baker has fans somewhere out there.
Maybe we don't know. Maybe a couple.
I mean, just the fans and say, "Hey, we don't need the fans. All we need."
Oh, definitely. Because the fans is the reason why you're getting paid. If the fans wasn't buying tickets, wasn't buying your merchandise, you ain't getting paid. So if you say that for you to say you don't need the fans,
after Carolina, he's done.
Oh, definitely. I think when Sam comes back from being hurt, that's his job. He's taking that job from Baker Mayfield.
Who?
Sam Darnold. He's taking that job back.
Who? Another scrub?
Yeah, we discussed this long. I like Sam. He came in Carolina last year and did pretty good. For what he had, he did pretty good. I like old Sam. I wish Minnesota go get him. I like him. Call me crazy, but I like him.
Oh my God.
And we discussed this. I think the Jets made.
He's been poisoned.
The Jets. He was good in college. I liked him when he went to the Jets. And he
was good in college. What do you say? College is different.
It is different. It is different. But what I'm saying is, anybody come from the Jets changes you, and you can't say it's not true. If you go to the Jets, your career is over with. It doesn't matter if you're starting now or not. Your career is just done. Is over with. Might as well go ahead and retire.
Better pray for Chubb that he doesn't have a career in injury in Cleveland, because anybody that goes through Cleveland,
we're getting off. We're getting off topic. We're getting off topic.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield. He needs those fans. I mean, otherwise he can go sell insurance. He can go sell insurance if he wants. I mean, he's good at that.
Stop. He got fired from it.
So make commercials. I don't know. Make commercials.
Come on. Maybe he can do something with the Geico Gecko or something.
I don't. Have you seen that commercial of him recently with all the Heisman? Maybe he could do something like that.
I don't watch Baker.
Oh man!
If there's a commercial with Baker, I'll flip the channel.
Like I know our subscribers and listeners like these guys are hating Baker Mayfield. There's a reason why we dislike this guy. He's overrated. He thinks he's great and he's not. Cleveland had a good team and he took them and destroyed them.
He's got a big mouth. There's a problem. His ego is bigger than his talent.
Everywhere
he goes, he sticks his foot in his mouth, like when he was in Cleveland and was talking to veterans like he was a veteran. And it's like, what are you talking about? You are a rookie, idiot. You know, there's a certain way, if you're a rookie starter, you have to respect veterans.
Oh, definitely.
So
because you haven't earned that role yet.
Has gotten him in trouble all the time. And that's why Cleveland did what they did to him.
Now,
because he's a nobody.
No, I mean, and I don't like Baker Mayfield. I don't like Cleveland. But do you think Cleveland could have did something different? Do you think they could have traded him to Houston for Watson? I mean, just saying.
Cleveland could have sat him outside the stadium and locked the doors, and that would have been good enough.
I mean,
okay, this is no longer your house.
If I was Cleveland, I would have done this. If I was Cleveland, I would have done this. I would have said, "Hey, okay, Mayfield, you don't want to play this year because you want to be traded. Okay, that's fine. We're not gonna trade you, and you're not gonna play. You're gonna sit at home, not no money. Not gonna pay you. You're just gonna sit at home until your contract's up." That's what I would have done, and see how fast he would have changed.
They would have had to pay. His contract was already set, so he was getting his money. But no, like you said, nobody wanted him. Look how far into the season.
Oh man, it was before preseason week 1 is when I told you like, hey, he's got traded. It was like maybe a week or two before that. Like it wasn't like immediately either. They was sitting back holding him, like just holding him like, hey, you're not gonna get traded. That's how I felt. I felt like they was bullshitting with him. Like, you're not gonna get traded, but we're gonna let you go.
Did you say the BS word?
I did.
On my show?
I did.
Did you say the BS word?
I did. I'm sorry.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Children. I'm sorry, kids.
I'm just getting.
Morgan has lost his mind. Morgan, because you are stressed, let's move on.
Oh, I'm not stressed. I'm just getting into that conversation about crybaby Mayfield. I mean, so tomorrow we have the Colts and Denver, and they're playing at Denver. Holder, we both got the Colts winning. What is your prediction of why you picked the Colts? Like, why? How come you picked that team?
Because Denver is not that great, and I think Mr. Wilson's shoulder is messed up.
That's true. That is true. I picked the Colts, and I picked the Colts because they're young, and I don't like Matt Ryan, but they're young. They have a good receiving core. Their defense is good, young. I think they would go to Denver, and they would walk over Denver because Denver's running back is out for the rest of the year. So that kind of slows them down. But Russell Wilson is not. He don't have any chemistry with his receivers, and I like that. I like that he don't have no chemistry because now Denver isn't a team that people thought about.
I don't think he's going to play. I don't think he's going to play. His shoulders.
Really, no, he's dated. Really he's questionable. I wouldn't let him play because that's your prize. You know, that's your prize. You spend a lot of money on him. But when he went to Denver, people were like, "Oh, Denver's Super Bowl contenders." No. You look at that roster; they was not Super Bowl contenders. They only had two good receivers because the tight end got traded. So you have Jerry.
Noah Fant.
Yeah. So now you're down to Sutton and Judy. That's it. The defense ain't that great. I mean, how can you say they're Super Bowl contenders because they got a good or great quarterback? You can't say that because now look at them.
They're not Super Bowl
contenders. Oh no, they're not.
They do have one thing working in their favor.
Chance.
Whenever they play at home,
yeah,
they have the advantage because of the thin air.
That's true.
Other than
that is true.
Other than that, they will lose their road games, and they may lose one or two home games.
You know what's crazy is that I'm gonna tell you about this standing and you're gonna like mind blow, right? So you know how I told you people said that they're Super Bowl contenders, right? They are third in their division. In AFC West are third. You have KC, the Chargers, Las Vegas is last. So, and I'm bringing this up because again, people thought that was Super Bowl contenders. You have two tough teams right there, in the Chargers and Kansas City. So how can the Broncos be Super Bowl contenders?
Here's the problem I have with that whole thing that just passed through your lips, and that is you. S. Morgan said the Raiders.
The Raiders are dead last.
We're going to be pretty dang good and playoff contenders.
I thought the Raiders was going to be good because they got Carr and Adams. Those two played in college. They're best friends. They practice. You know, during the offseason they practice together. I thought it was going to be chemistry, but no.
Oh.
But no, it's not going to happen. It hasn't happened.
My goodness.
I don't know what's going on over there in Las Vegas. Moving on from that,
my goodness.
We have, and I can't believe I did this because this team of mine, I'm about to say, I can't believe I did this. I got the Green Bay Packers beating the Giants, and I hope Green Bay loses because I want Minnesota to be number one. Because right now we're kind of tired. We're fighting for that number one spot in our division or our standings. I hope Green Bay loses, but I got them winning. I don't think
Green Bay doesn't have Ahman Green anymore.
But here's the thing. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to lose against an average Giants defense. And I don't think that Green Bay Packers defense is going to let Daniel Jones destroy them. Just throwing it out there.
The problem I have with that is that shouldn't have even been a pick, okay? That shouldn't have even been a pick because there's no way. If it happens, I want you to wear a pink tutu.
I got Green Bay winning, but I'm not wearing no tutu.
I'm
not wearing no tutu. I got Green Bay winning. That's all that matters. I got them winning, but I don't want them to. I don't want
New
Green Bay to
York
win.
wins. I want.
I didn't pick New York to win. I picked Green Bay to win. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this, Holder.
But I'm
Not doing
saying
this.
if
No.
New York wins.
Nope, not doing this. Not doing this. But I'm not wearing no tutu. Not doing it. I want you to wear a tutu. But you know, a good thing is I'm glad the Vikings and Chargers both won this past week because I know last week I said if they both lose, I will wear anybody. I would be a team of anybody's choice. I'm glad they both won, by the way. And
I know you are.
but next pick, I picked Pittsburgh beating Buffalo, and the reason why I did that is because I like Kenny Pickett. Even though I think the Bills' defense is going to kind of lock down a little bit because Von Miller's a beast. Then the cornerbacks, they got some good cornerbacks over there. But I think Pickett doesn't care. Pickett is going to destroy that defense like he played against them last year. That's going to happen. Even though he didn't play against them last year, but it's what's going to come down to like I was here last year, I beat you guys, I'm doing it again. That's his mindset. He wants to be the best.
I don't know if he'll destroy. I think he'll surprise them.
Oh, I think he's gonna destroy.
I think he'll surprise them, but he has to have the defense play. Okay,
I get.
That's the problem.
Well, let me ask you this question though.
Josh Allen.
Okay,
and
never mind.
Electrifying receiver.
Never. You just answered my question because I was going to ask you if Pickett could put up more points than Buffalo. Do you think they would win? But you are right, Josh Allen. I can't count him out. But I think Pickett's going to throw over 200 yards.
I think Pickett's going to have a good game.
Oh, it's going to be amazing.
The defense has to keep.
I'm going to go ahead and say the score for.
Out of the end zone.
And I think they have a good. I mean, Diggs is good, and I think Fitzpatrick can help out. Can cover Diggs. Help out by covering him and get some interceptions. And if that happens, I think Pitt's going to win 27-20. I think they're going 27-20.
27-20?
Yeah. It's going to be 27-20.
I'm going to go with 24-17.
Okay. Can't argue with that. I just think Pickett's going to throw over 200 yards. 2 touchdowns. 3 rushing touchdowns this week. The Chargers and Cleveland. I know Joey Bosa's out, but I'm picking the Chargers to beat Cleveland. Holder, you got the Chargers beating Cleveland too. We don't need to know why, because I know why. But do you really think the Chargers has a good chance? I mean, even Myles Garrett's out because of his car accident. But do you think that Chargers has a good chance of winning this game?
Absolutely. I think the Chargers have more than a good chance. The Chargers will win this game, because they need to start pulling away from everybody else in their division.
It's kind of hard. You got Kansas City.
They need games like this. I mean, I don't think Brissett is that great of a quarterback. I think,
I don't think he's great at all.
At best he's subpar.
You're giving too much credit.
Play with confidence because of the game plan that they have, but I think the Chargers defense is a lot better than other teams that Brissett is facing.
Definitely.
Even though Bosa's out.
Yeah, I mean, but you got Mac on the other side. I mean, he's still a beast. He's still a beast. And you got to think you have J.C. Jackson that's out there as a D back. You got a lot of D backs out there that's good for Chargers. And we don't have to discuss that because we don't got time. But I wish we did. Minnesota and Chicago. You already know I got Minnesota winning. You got Minnesota winning. Chicago, hands down, will lose this game. Hands down. And it ain't going to be by 3 points either.
I'm not going to say hands down. I say Minnesota wins.
They're playing in Minnesota,
Minnesota has had 2 close games against 2 pitiful.
But they wasn't home games. They played Detroit, and they went to London, England. This right here is Minnesota's. They're playing at home this time. I mean, they're playing in Minnesota, and I don't think.
Okay, well, if you're home and you're home alone, don't open the door to strangers. Okay. You better hope.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I lied. We beat the Lions at home. I thought it was a road game. I had to look, double check. I didn't want people to think I was lying. They did beat Detroit and Minnesota.
You got to come to this with facts, man. We can't guess on this.
That's why I came back and looked.
We have is our picks.
So I came back and looked.
It.
But
you're the stats guy. And you should be on top of your game.
That's why I went back and looked. But Chicago's a different breed than Lions. Lions has a, how can I put this? They have an okay vets. Fields is not a good. He's not a good choice. He is not a good choice at all. I want to say Montgomery's still out. They don't have any good wideouts, like Minnesota does. So,
yeah, but Fields can use his legs, man.
That's true. Like I said, and I'm gonna say this again. Minnesota's gonna come on top. They're gonna win this game. And I'm gonna
Minnesota pick too, but I'm not saying hands down.
They're gonna win hands down. And I'm gonna say this, and you correct me if I'm wrong. They're gonna win 21-10.
21 to what?
21-10. 1-0.
You're giving the Bears 10 points?
Yes.
I'm shocked.
And the reason why, it's not gonna be because of a touchdown. It's gonna be because of some field goal. Maybe a touchdown to field goal. I don't know how it's gonna work. It could be a field goal to touchdown to field goal. But yes, they're gonna get 10 points.
I think it'll be if everything goes as planned.
And a touchdown will come toward the end of the game.
Doesn't have anybody that can stop Thielen or Jefferson, for that matter.
That's if Cousins can get the ball to them without throwing over their head or throwing short.
Isn't under duress, they should win this game hands down. And it's going to come down to Kirk Cousins.
Not just that. If Cook can run the ball, if he can run the ball over 100 yards, that's a good game, and we're going to win. We can't have 76 yards. We can't have 80. We need 100 yards. And then we need some touchdowns with Jefferson. Jefferson has over 100 yards receiving with no touchdowns. We're going to lose. He needs to get some touchdowns in there. He's quick. I don't know.
He'll get touchdowns. They don't have the corners to stop him or Thielen. I think they just don't have the backfield talent for that.
That's true.
They'll have to pay. They'll have to double one of them, which will probably be Jefferson.
And we have KJ Osborne, who's really good. I'm ready for him to have a breakout year. He's good. I like KJ. He needs to come out there strong.
Alexander Madison going to get more snaps than Cook?
I want Alexander Madison to start, but I'm not the coach. I want him to start.
He doesn't have to start.
No, I want him to start because here's the thing. Cook was hurt against the Lions. He got hurt. He played against the Saints without getting hurt, thank God. But the Bears defense, how do I know he won't get hurt going up against Smith? You know, the linebacker of the Bears. How do I know he won't get hurt? He gets hurt a lot.
He is. But you know what? On that note, we both already know who we have slated to win.
Oh, definitely.
Let's give our listeners and subscribers an opportunity to respond to any topic that we've talked about thus far. And Morgan, give them the hook, how they can reach us.
Definitely. You can email us at thirddownwithmorganholder@gmail.com. I'll gladly email you back, or you can comment on my Facebook page or my YouTube account, and I'll get back with you. And Holder would see the messages as well from YouTube, and he will get back with you as well. And next week, when we'll talk about that. So if you contacted this week, we'll read your messages for next week's show. And I like doing that. I like this. I like communicating with people. I want people to know stats is better than what Holder thinks. I want y'all to know that.
Oh my God. Are we doing this?
We
are really doing this?
But Holder, I got one thing to say. And I'm really, really, really confused about this. You said Detroit is good, right? Why do you have the Patriots beating them this week?
Detroit is the team that I wouldn't want to play, is what I said.
But you got New England beating them without Mac Jones.
They are a dangerous team.
But you got them losing against the Patriots. The cheating,
Okay, but
sex
that doesn't
trafficking
mean they're not
Patriots.
dangerous.
I guess you're right.
That doesn't mean they're not dangerous. They have lost close games this year, like last year.
You're right.
They come so close, and
I
they make teams play.
I'm
They
just
make teams
confused.
play.
I'm just confused why you have the Patriots beating them. Just a little confused.
Because Detroit has not proven to me yet that they can go on a win streak. I think they have to win 3 games in a row
What?
for me to pick them
You-
to win a game.
And
Now, I would pick them over Carolina.
okay.
I would pick them over Houston.
Definitely. But you made a point a few minutes ago. You said Detroit almost beat Minnesota. You don't think New England is, you know, and I don't like to say this, but do you really think New England's better than Minnesota? Do you think that they can beat Detroit?
You say New England is better than Minnesota?
No, that's what I'm asking because Detroit almost beat Minnesota. That's why I was asking. Do you think because Mac Jones ain't playing, he's going to be out? So do you really?
I like Mac.
But he's not playing. He's out.
I like Mac Jones. He's not playing?
No, he's not playing.
They're still going to win.
I guess. I got Seattle. I got
I
Seattle.
know you didn't pick Detroit.
I did pick Detroit.
Oh my God, the sky the sky is falling.
It's right here. Right here. It's black and
You
white.
are the Chicken Little.
I have Seattle over New Orleans. Holder, you pick New Orleans over Seattle.
I have faith that Jameis Winston will call a good game from the sideline.
Call him from the sideline. Oh, man, that was great. I got faith in Geno Smith against this sorry New Orleans defense.
I don't know. New Orleans can bring the rush. They can bring the rush. Their front is pretty good. You can say what you want to say, but those guys get after it. They get in the backfield, and if they don't sack the quarterback, he's hurrying.
Even though I got Seattle winning, New Orleans, and this is what they did against Minnesota, a lot of penalties. Penalties are going to cost you. They need to cut down. I mean, that's what I'm going to say about that. They need to stop with the penalties. And I get it. I get it's part of the game. But that's what hurt them against Minnesota.
Yeah. But I think
look, I like my chances with Seattle over New Orleans. I'm not going to change it.
No, please don't. That's more fun for me later on.
Even though Tua is out, I have Miami over the Jets. I'm hoping. I don't even care because that's not neither team I even want to. They're in the AFC.
Bridgewater beat Zach Wilson.
I do. It doesn't even matter because both of them are AFC. They're not NFC. But yes, I have Miami beating the Jets.
Well, Miami has a good defense.
They do, but the Jets has a pretty solid offense.
Yeah, you know what?
I'm lying. They don't have no solid offense.
There's a problem with me and the Jets. The Jets, is Cleveland really playoff caliber?
No.
I mean, they beat Cleveland and Pittsburgh, whose defense looks really shabby right now.
So the reason why they beat Cleveland is because Brissett. He's not the quarterback to get you any good games, right? He's not going to get you. He's not going to be the quarterback to get you to playoffs. Not going to happen. He's an average quarterback. He's not one of those quarterbacks like, oh man, yes, we got him. No, he's like one of those quarterbacks like, oh God, we got him? Really? Why?
No, he's no Justin Herbert.
Oh, definitely no. No, and he's no Kenny Pickett either.
I'm giving the Jets kind of the benefit of the doubt on this one, but
I mean, Bridgewater can't.
It is a divisional game.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, Bridgewater isn't the same Bridgewater that we know when he first came to the NFL. I know that, but he still has a pretty strong arm.
I mean, you think about Miami when they weren't so great. beating New England,
Yeah, twice.
beating TB12. So I mean, divisional games are tough calls, man.
Definitely. The next pick, it's a little puzzling because we both got this team winning, but we both have Atlanta beating Tampa Bay, and I don't like either team, and that's why I'm kind of giggling. I despise Tampa Bay. I hate Tom Brady. Can't stand up. But I have Atlanta winning because I feel like they are a better defensive team versus Tampa Bay on paper.
What?
Yeah.
Tampa Bay's got the number one defense right now. Are you serious?
Nope, not in my head.
Dude,
Not in my head. I don't like Tampa
oh,
Bay. I don't like Tampa Bay. I don't like them.
Dude, put down the Corona.
I don't.
Put the Corona down.
I don't like Tampa Bay. I don't like any team that Tom Brady plays for. I don't like.
Drop the Modelo, okay?
So Atlanta has a better defense. That's that's like saying Cleveland has a better defense. I don't.
Pick was a biased pick because I hate TB12. Okay.
Mine was a biased pick.
I can't stand them. But
who preached the choir?
That was the best defense right now.
If they did, they would have beat Green Bay.
Atlanta's going to have to play.
If the defense was good, they would have beat Green Bay. They did not beat Green Bay.
Defense is good. The defense is good enough to beat Atlanta.
I cannot agree to disagree with you. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Next pick we have.
I picked Atlanta too, but truth be told, if they win that game, it's because of the defense.
You're right. Okay, you're right. We got Tennessee beating Washington. Tennessee hasn't proven.
What went wrong? Come on.
Tennessee hasn't proved me nothing, but I got them beating Washington. Carson Wentz isn't good. Tennessee's defense isn't par like it was supposed to be, and Derrick Henry isn't the guy that people thought he was. He's actually human. He's not a superhero like people think. But I have Tennessee beating Washington because pencil to paper stats. I like stats. Tennessee's way better than Washington. But any given Sunday, upsets can happen.
That's true. That's true. But think about what you just said. I mean, what is your rationalization there?
I'm letting people know, like, if you believe that one team is better than the other, upsets can happen no matter what. So you can't say one team is better than this team.
Is this a hands-down victory?
No, I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I don't think it's going to be a blowout.
Even on paper?
No.
Just a stat.
On paper, yeah, it should be a blowout, but in reality, I know it's not going to happen. Tennessee lost too much. They gave up A.J. Brown. Why would you give up one of your – let me tell you, why would you give up your only best receiver? And well, now look, now the one-dimensional, all you can do is run. That's it.
Here's the problem.
And Washington don't have Young back either. Chase Young is still out. If he was playing, I would hands down pick Washington, but Chase Young is out, so I have to go with Tennessee.
Oh yeah, because Tannehill would definitely panic.
Oh, dude, definitely, and he can't run that. He's not a running quarterback. He's a pocket passer.
Well, he can run.
He's not known for running though.
I think that Chase Young would actually rack his nerves. I mean, he would be seeing or hearing ghosts because when you're in the pocket for so long, you start to see ghosts, right?
Yeah. Oh, you got jokes about ghosts. You got jokes about ghosts. You know what, Holder? You got jokes about ghosts. I know where you're going at with that. I'm gonna stop you right there.
Hey.
I know where you're going with that. Just like my half-eaten White Castle burger that the African took. I know where you're going with that.
I'm just saying.
We both got Jacksonville beating
you. I'm not putting you on Front Street or putting
you thought about it, Holder. You thought about it.
Our listeners and subscribers don't need to know your shortcomings, okay?
we both have Jacksonville beating Houston. I think
you have kids.
I do.
I do. Don't say anything else. You are the role model in the house, Okay. I'm not going to shatter that. Go ahead.
I am the role model.
Say, Morgan.
We both have Jacksonville beating Houston. I think this game right here, hands down, Jacksonville is going to blow out Houston, and Jacksonville is going to make a statement. Jacksonville wants to be in the playoffs. I want to, and I can't stress this enough. I know I joke about Jacksonville. I know I tell them. I know I told you before that they're not that good. And honestly, they're decent. They're decent. They're decent. Like they're 2 and 2.
That being said, Morgan, go ahead and finish what you're going to say. And I'm going to drop a bombshell.
They're 2 and 2, and I think if Jacksonville can beat, let me come back. If Jacksonville beats Houston, when they beat Houston, and if Tennessee loses against Washington, this is Jacksonville's year to win the AFC South.
Did you say if or when?
When Jacksonville beats Houston, and if Tennessee loses against Washington, this will be Jacksonville's year to win the AFC South.
So you're saying, I want to make sure our subscribers
and the reason why I say that,
our listeners are hearing you say this, knowing full well that this is a divisional game.
Definitely. Jacksonville isn't like the Colts. Houston is not going to tie with Jacksonville. They're not going to beat Jacksonville, especially in Jacksonville. This is a home game for Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hey, I picked Jacksonville. So
we both did. I'm
just saying, knowing full well, when I made my pick, in the back of my mind, said this. I said, this is a divisional.
It is, but like you told me before, and I listened to you. Jacksonville's front seven is one of the best that
dangerous
that they can be. I have faith in Jacksonville. We both got the 49ers against Carolina. Carolina should lose this game against the 49ers. We both got the 49ers winning. I think Jimmy G is going to be unstoppable against the Carolina Panthers. I think Baker Mayfield's going to throw at least 3 interceptions. And this game right here is going to prove to people that Baker should not be starting. Not starting at all.
This game is going to destroy Baker because he's going to get booed before the game starts. When he runs out onto the field.
If he was smart enough, he would not suit up. If he was smart enough, he wouldn't suit up.
He's not going to be confident throughout the whole game. Because anytime that he's in the huddle, they break the huddle, they'll start booing. I mean,
they're going to boo him on the sideline. When he's on the sideline. When he's on the sideline, they're going to boo him. Like, this is not going to be one of those easy games thinking that, I'm sorry, it was a mistake what I said. I didn't mean it. No, you meant what you said. You know what you said.
Where are they? Are they in Frisco?
No, they're playing in Carolina. So yes, that's what I'm saying. He can't go back. He can't say, it was a mistake. I didn't mean that. I was angry. No, you meant what you said. You meant what you said. You can't take that back. Holder,
There's going to be little rag dolls with number 6. They're going to be dangling in front.
Like voodoo dolls? Is what you're trying to say?
No, you seen those little rag dolls they make with the noose around their necks and they're.
Hold on. Did you just say noose on live? Did you just say?
I said noose. Baker Mayfield was white the last time I checked.
Yeah, I just want to clarify this. I don't want people to get hate.
I mean, it's not like we're on a plane and I said bomb. Come on. You've seen those little dolls with the rope, the noose around their necks, and they're dangling.
I can't say nothing. I'm just shaking my head at you.
They're going to have Baker noose dolls. Okay.
No, there's going to be voodoo dolls. Next step. I'm just going to ask this question. Why do you have Dallas lose against the Rams? And you talk so much about Rush, about Cooper Rush. Why do you have Dallas losing against the Rams?
Because the Rams are better. The Rams are better.
I can't say that because the record speaks for itself.
The Rams are better. Cooper Rush is going to meet. This is where Cooper Rush defines who he is. His game. I cannot
say that the Rams are better because the Rams they lost games they should have won. So I can't say they're better because stats
that
speak.
was before Cooper Rush started playing.
Stats speaking for itself, Dallas has a better record. I don't like the Cowboys.
Okay, so if Dallas wins, you wear the pink tutu.
I'm not wearing no tutu. What's wrong with
your confidence in Cooper Rush?
I'm saying that the Cowboys are going to win. The Rams got booed out against 49ers.
Buy some psychedelic socks with the toes in them.
I'm not. What is wrong with you? No. How about you paint your fingernails? I'm just saying, and I hope the listeners know what I'm saying, when I'm coming with this. The 49ers went in there, and they beat the Rams this past Monday. The Cowboys' defense is top-notch better than 49ers.
Why do you think the 49ers are not a good team? I don't get that.
Because I don't like Jimmy. I don't like any team from the West Coast. I don't like any team from the West Coast. If we got to talk about this again. I don't like any team from the West Coast.
You don't like any teams on the East Coast?
I don't. My teams are in the middle for a reason.
Oh my God, Malcolm!
And I don't like. I can't believe I picked the Cowboys. I can't believe I picked them to win. I don't like them.
Well, you had to pick one.
Yeah, I picked them. When I seen the Rams lose against 49ers, I was like, I know what I'm doing. Every time I pick the Rams, to win, they lose. We both have Philadelphia beating Arizona.
I barely have Philadelphia beating Arizona.
Speaking of Arizona, I don't know if listeners or subscribers have seen it, but J.J. Watt, he had to get his heart shocked back last Wednesday, and he came out and played Sunday. I think he should retire. I mean, that's something serious. You have a heart condition, that is serious. You shouldn't play with a bad heart like that. If you know your heart's bad, you should give it up. Off subject back to sport, about two sports, because I know basketball and football is different. But look at Hank Gathers. He died with a bad heart. J.J. Watt should look at that.
Wasn't he at the free throw line?
That's what I'm saying. Like, Watt should look at that.
Here's my thing. I think Watt should think about retiring, but he's a Watt, dude.
And I get it.
What runs the light bulbs? Watts, man. Watts.
But
come on.
But the
you
heart,
gotta love the connection.
Just like Tua's head injury is serious, the heart is serious too. The heart goes out, you're dead. Boom. Right?
Yeah, but I just think that there's.
I mean, he's had he has a Hall of Fame career. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame. Retire, give it up, buddy. Go ahead. You're in your 30s. You have kids. You have a wife. Just go ahead and retire. Yes, you don't have no Super Bowl.
He may at the end of this season.
Don't need to do it at the end of the season. Go ahead and do it now. That's a wake up call.
He's not gonna.
You got shocked back to life. Go ahead and give it up, buddy. Go ahead. Just go ahead and give it up.
He's not going to do that. I think here's I think the point that you're missing. He is just like Warriors, right? Warriors were born to fight.
Yes.
And all it. He's born, and NFL players are like warriors, okay? Some know when to call it quits, some don't. I mean, Peyton Manning knew what the risk was with his neck.
And I'm surprised that he didn't get paralyzed. But
he played.
But the heart is...
He finished his career. I know what you're saying, Morgan.
Just saying.
These guys, it's just like Rocky. He don't know nothing but fight, okay?
The movie Rocky is not real. It's fiction. This is real. This is
Rocky.
That's a movie. It's a movie. It's a movie. This is reality. This is reality.
I like J.J. Watt, but J.J. Watt has a mind of his own.
He does.
It'd be different. It'd be different if the team physicians and the coaches told him to play. He wants to play. You can't. I mean, that's his call. That's his call.
You're right. And here's I liked Arizona because when they got D-Hop, I thought it was going to be unstoppable. But now it's like it's iffy. You gave Murray all this money, can't do nothing with it. Next pick, I picked Cincinnati over Baltimore. And that was tough. That was a tough one.
We're not done with picks yet. Oh my!
No, we got one more after this. I picked Cincinnati over Baltimore, and it was iffy because I was like, now I like Lamar Jackson. because he's doing off the wall things this year. He wants the big contract, but I'm like, I like Cincinnati because they have a really good receiving core, and that's where the line stopped. Ravens don't have a receiving core like the Cincinnati Bengals, so that's why I picked the Bengals because of Higgins, Boyd, and Chase. Those three are like really good together.
You know, if I was wearing nail polish, I'd be blowing my fingers trying to dry it.
You shouldn't say that on the air.
Lamar Jackson, if he was all that, they would be undefeated right now.
I didn't say he was all that. I said he's doing things.
A 20-point lead. No, what were they winning? 20-3?
20-3. But you can't blame it on Lamar Jackson. You cannot blame it on Lamar. You had to blame it on the defense. You have to blame it on the defense.
Yeah, but Lamar's electric. They're supposed to.
Yeah, but he's not on the field. He's not on the field 24/7. He only plays offense. He don't play defense.
But when offense comes on the field, he should be scoring every time he gets an opportunity. I like Lamar Jackson to an extent, but he hasn't showed me nada.
And I get.
You know what? Here's what Lamar. This is what's going to happen to Lamar. If he don't succeed in the playoffs or get to the Super Bowl, he's not getting that contract.
Look, you can say that all you want, but Minnesota. If Minnesota wants to give him a big contract, go for it. Go for it.
Who?
Minnesota. I would have him on Minnesota's team. Give him a big contract.
Why do you want to go back to wearing purple again? Come on.
Because we have like one of the best receivers. We got one of the best. Let me take it back. One of the greatest receivers right now in the league.
One of the best. He's not the greatest.
No, one of the greatest right now.
He has to be in the league about 5 or 6 years. Okay?
No.
He's one of the best.
Jefferson is going to be. He's going to be great. He's going to be great. He's going to be great.
He's on the road to be great.
Oh, he's going to be great. He's great. You just like you thought Harris was going to break the rushing record last year. I'm saying Jefferson is great. The last pick. Go ahead.
Go with your last pick. Go with it because I'm going to destroy you on this pick.
The last pick, we both have Kansas City beating Las Vegas. They play Monday.
Divisional game.
And I get it. I know Las Vegas. They can win some games when needed, but this is not going to be it. This is not going to be that game.
Where are they? Are they in Vegas?
No, they're in Kansas City. Kansas is going to hands down. They're going to destroy Las Vegas. And the reason why I say that is because Las Vegas defense is not capable of stopping Patrick Mahomes. Even though Hill is gone, Mahomes still has some. Besides Juju, he still has some good receiving core.
Juju is still good. Juju is not a number one.
Juju hasn't had a lot of yards this year, so to me, Patrick Mahomes don't need him.
And who's to say that Mahomes isn't going to get hurt? I wouldn't wish that on him.
Every time you say that, someone gets hurt.
I too picked Kansas City.
So what do you think about this? What do you think the score is going to be?
My mind. I think it's going to be a close game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be a close game because it's a divisional game.
21-10.
I'm going to go 17-14.
21-10. 21-10.
Wow, really good.
21-10.
Now you put down the Modelo and the Corona and you're drinking scotch, aren't you?
Hey, enjoy my off day.
Remember, Kansas City hasn't been that impressive this year.
Neither has Las Vegas.
Well, you had Las Vegas to be pretty impressive.
I did.
I'm just saying.
I thought they was playoff contenders.
You shouldn't have threw it with your eyes closed because it's coming back at you.
You're right. I shouldn't have. But you know what? I still think the Chargers are going to go to the playoffs. With that being said, we are down with the picks. We are done with the picks. Week 5's picks has been done. Our viewers, subscribers, you guys heard them. So with that being said, don't let fourth down get you.
Did you say viewers? Did you say viewers?
I did say viewers. Viewers and subscribers. Don't let fourth down get you.
Viewers? subscribers, and listeners. Come on.
Doesn't matter.
Put down the scotch, man. What? Are you ready to sign off?
I already did. I just said don't let 4th down get you.
Hey, don't let 4th down get you. And all of my people, please stay penalty free. This is the 3rd Down with Morgan Holden show, and I'm going to let Morgan take it on.
Send some comments out there. Tell us what you think. And make sure you subscribe.